Good evening, everyone. This is John and Rob with Co-Anglers Corner. We do have a special show tonight, not usually on a Saturday, but we just wanted to give you a little heads up on what we're fishing this year, who we're partnering with, because some things have changed.
Yep.
But for the most part, most of them stayed the same for each of us. So we'll give everybody a couple minutes, maybe settle in because they're not used to seeing us on a Saturday.
And they're watching basketball probably. So I know UK and UT starts off about 30 minutes. So
yeah. Oh, okay. So how's your weekend been going so far?
pretty good. Did a little bit of spring cleaning, so I got some stuff. I still got a lot of tackle organization and get stuff together ready for Dale. I hit Dale Hollow, I think 4 out of 5 tournaments next month. So next month's my busiest time.
Okay.
But I love Dale Hollow, so it's all good.
All right. I'm going to try to turn this up a little bit.
Okay.
How's that?
Yep, good.
All right. Oh, Dale Hollow. Never been there. Of course.
Oh, it's beautiful lake.
You're probably not surprised.
And it's weird because a lot of it's in Tennessee, some of it's in Kentucky, and you got to have a Kentucky license if you're in Kentucky and Tennessee. If they don't reciprocate, so it's a little weird and got a weird slot limit, but still pretty lake. It's not much development on it.
Yeah.
So that is pretty nice.
Nice. All right.
Usually, and that's where the world record smallie was caught. So pretty good.
Have they caught any more since?
Not close to that size. I mean, but there's some big ones swimming around in there. It's a deep clear impoundment for sure. A lot of rocks, a little bit of grass, not much.
All right. We had a guy fish 2 years in a row on Cougar Lake, and he caught the state record back-to-back years.
Dang. That's amazing. That's a heck of a run right there.
Yep.
I
have a feeling some people are going to follow him around this year to see if.
Oh yeah. There'll be some snoopers, I'm sure.
I am as well. So.
Yeah, I know, like you, I've watched some tournaments, and our boy Trevor McKinney did pretty good in the Open.
Yeah, he ended up 11th.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, he was up near top. He had a good tournament. He's I think top 10 first couple of days. So
yeah,
but I mean, hats off to him. Good job.
Yep. So, well, Rob, since your season starts before mine, do you want to talk a little bit about yours? Maybe go over a schedule and.
Yeah, I said I'm doing BFLs again. I've done the BFLs last few years, the co-angler. I'm doing the Mountain Division, which is kind of Kentucky, Tennessee, and a little bit of Tennessee. And actually this year I'm going to start something new. I'm doing the Kentucky Bass Nation, so that's kind of something new for me, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. But I guess I'll start off March 2nd. I'll be at Dale Hollow, and that's Mountain Division. Then March 9th, I'll be at Norris Lake, which is in Tennessee, north of Knoxville, and that's Volunteer Division. And then I got my first Kentucky Bass Nation. That's back on Dale, March 16th. And then March 23rd, I got the Mountain Division second tournament on Dale Hollow, and then that's on a Saturday. And then they have them back to back. They've done that last couple of years. Music City, the first event, and it's on Dale Hollow, March 24th. So 23rd, 24th back to back, which they've done that last couple of years, and it is pretty nice. And actually, last year after that, I kind of figured where I was in points. I was way ahead on Music City and Mountain, so I kind of focused on Music City. So
yeah, Dick Kai says evening, guys.
Yep. Hey, Richard, how's it going, buddy? And then that's my busiest month. And then April, it slows down a little bit. April 6th, I got Kentucky Bass Nation on Cumberland. That's kind of my closest big lake, I'd say. And I had a good finish here last year, so I'm looking forward to that. And then April 13th, I'm back on Cumberland for the Mountain Division third tournament. And so I'll have a little bit of practice. There's Ashley. Hey, Ashley. And then April 20th. April 20th is always a special tournament for us. I got a few guys. We all go camping. There's a campsite right across from the boat launch and marina. So we'll camp out there and have a good time. Me and Coach, a couple other guys. So it's always a good time, and it's good, pretty lake. Virginia, it's right on Virginia Tennessee border, right around Bristol.
Okay.
Yep. So that's always what I look forward to. We get to go camping and just have a good time. That's the one where Coach. I'll up at 4 or 5 in the morning. I hear Coach say, "Hey, does anybody know the braid trick?" And I'm like, "Uh oh." And he grabbed his rod. He grabbed his rods out of one of the guy's boats and hung a treble pretty good to his finger. So we got to learn the braid trick almost in the dark by flashlight, but we got it out and it worked. So it wasn't too bad. Okay, and then that's April. And May 11th, I got volunteer the third tournament, Douglas Lake, which I know you're not too fond of. I do like it. It's good numbers lake. I like Douglas way better than I do Cherokee. So
Okay.
yep. And then May 18th, I go to a lake I've never been to, and it's in Kentucky. It's Green River Lake, and that's Kentucky Bass Nation, May 18th. So that's gonna be interesting. Never been there. And then June 8th, it's be volunteer number 4. That's Watts Bar, and I've been there quite a bit. I know used to you go to Watts Bar and everybody had locked through the Chickamauga, but now they won't let you lock through the wildlife. Won't let you lock through some reasons. So. But Watts Bar is a decent little lake. It's got a lot of docks and stuff. So, and then June 22nd, Mountain Division, Barren River. I've had actually one of my big bass trophies. I tied big bass one time on spinner bait. So that's pretty good. And it's funny. It's a lot of Amish around the lake, and I was behind one little Amish cart, the black Amish cart. Kid had the straw hat and the black overalls, and he had a neon green kayak on top. I never forget it. It's kind of weird, but I've seen some crazy. And then they had a little Amish man. He was at a boat launch across from where he was launching at, and he had a Amish cart, of course, horse, Amish cart, and a John boat. And he went down this steep ramp all the way down, launched out, then tied his horse up. I thought it was just kind of funny. But anyway, and then June 29th, one of your favorites, Kentucky Lake. I've been there, but not fished a tournament, so that's going to be interesting. And that's Kentucky Bass Nation. And then back skips. That's June, and it's going to skip all the way to September. September 7th, 8th. The Music City's back on Dale, and it's the Super Tournament. The 2-day tournament. I got a question mark there. This kind of depends on points where I'm at. So that's a possible one. And then September 14, 15, Mountain Division Super Tournament. It's on Cumberland. So I get twice on Cumberland. So I think that might be to my advantage and be in my wheelhouse for sure. And then not so one of my favorites, September 28th, 29th, the Volunteer Super Tournament on Cherokee, which it can be challenging. Well, biggest thing on Cherokee is smallmouths. They go from 15-inch minimum to 18-inch right around that October point. I can't remember what date. So it may go 15, 18 right before the tournament. Seems like every time. So, and then Kentucky Bass Nation actually has their state championship, I guess, or regional. It's October 18th and 19th, and it's at Harrington, which is like 20, 30 minutes that way from me. So I fished Harrington quite a bit. It is a little bit of a challenging lake. There's not much structure there. It is a deep lake. So if I'm pretty good at points, I think I can maybe finish good there. So, but that's my season. I think I got 17, and 1 or 2 of them is a maybe. And I know some of my Music City, I think, overlapped on some. So that's why I'm kind of not as fishing as many Music City. So, but anyway, that's my season in a nutshell. So the Kentucky Bass Nation is something I'm looking forward to. I know John's fished a bunch of Bass Nation events. So,
yes.
But I've heard a lot of good things about them.
Yeah, I mean, each Bass Nation is just like any other tournament circuit. They're all different. Yeah. They're all independent. So.
Yeah, and I know the main guy over him here is actually Bradley Roy's dad. Owns a boat dealership here in Lancaster, Kentucky. So he's a nice guy. He's been around. Actually, him and my old team partner knew each other and fished together. Actually, my old team partner, remember Bradley Roy, is a teenager, so that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yep. So he knows what he's doing, and he's a nice guy. So I think it's going to be a good thing, good experience for sure.
Awesome. All right. Is there any lake on that list that you're excited to go to or not excited?
I'd say the Green River in Kentucky here on the Kentucky Bass Nation I've never been to. I've heard a lot about it. So that kind of intrigues me a little bit. Of course, Cumberland's one of my favorites. Like I said, South Holston, we go camping, so that's kind of a fun time. And I guess my least favorite, if I had to choose one, I'm not too hot on, is that Cherokee one. Seems like it's always short fish or it's just a tough bite. So I think Cherokee stands for small fish in Indian, I think. But anyway,
It may.
and it's pretty tricky when that's about the time of year they start lowering the water. TVA lowers the water for winter levels, and there's a lot of humps. I mean, even the local guys will hit humps and stuff that's not marked very well. So it's kind of a challenging lake.
Yeah, we don't have that much up here. We just have like the walleye guys moving buoy markers.
Oh,
yeah,
unbelievable.
That's okay.
Comedians. Comedians.
Yep. They don't want their spots taken. Well, with electronics nowadays,
I know it ain't no. Yeah, I know everybody's. Each his own, I guess.
Yep. You want to talk a little bit about your partners for this year?
Yeah, I've had a couple changes. I've had some I've had for a long time. I've had Yeti coolers. I've had Yeti for a while. Been real happy with them, and man, their stuff's just indestructible. Liquid Mayhem been in with them for a while. I like their scents. They really sticks on to plastics. Of course, Victor Hooks. I've been with them since they started back in 2018. So, and of course, let me get my fingers right here. MGM Cold Tags right there behind me. So the owner's pretty good guy. So I like my MGM Cold Tags. I've been with them a couple years. I've been real happy, and I always show my boaters, and they're always real impressed. And then show you real quick. Actually, I had a friend of a friend. I had a jersey made, and only place I had my granddad's picture. Let me get it right there. Had my granddad's picture over here. Actually put on there, in memory of. So I think that's pretty cool.
Nice.
That's the MC Pro jersey, and he's actually out of like South America, but he does a lot of soccer jerseys and all. But man, I think I've washed that shirt probably 20 times, and it still looks like brand new. So yeah, MC Pro Nation, my buddy Marcio, top notch guy. So if y'all need a jersey and if you want any pictures like that, I'm working on this season's jersey. I'm gonna put another picture of my old team partner on the other shoulder that passed away unfortunately year before last. So, but he does some quality work. And then Omnia Fishing. I've been on Omnia Fishing a little bit. They're good guys. They kind of a mail order kind of catalog online, and so they keep growing. Seth Fighter's really big with them. So look up Omnia Fishing online. They do a good job. And my buddy Kenny just got a D&L Jigs. He's got a jig company here in Central Kentucky. Helped him out at the not East Tennessee Expo last weekend or weekend before last. So last weekend. And you need a good jig. I said you can see behind me if I get my fingers right. But right over there, I got some bunch of D&L jigs there. You see little Yale packages. And one thing I like he does, there's a package. And one thing I like he does, he'll tie up stuff for certain lakes. Like this is Cumberland Crawl. So he has a Cumberland Crawl for Lake Cumberland, the Barren River. So they kind of specialize in custom colors like that. But great guy, good price, great jig at a good price for sure. And then one I just added today, and John kind of hooked me up, kind of clued me in on these guys. Wicked Weights. I just joined the Wicked Weights team. I'm really looking forward to them. They got some great tungsten jigs. Actually, one of my favorite is a wobble head, and their wobble head's sort of like you can put your own hook on it. They got the little curly cue, and you put your hook. So if you break a hook or dull a hook, you don't have to throw your weight away. You just hook on, never hook. So as right now, that's my partners this year, and I'm really looking forward to it. Said I got a couple of new names on there, some I've had for a while, but I said I'm looking forward to maybe I've had a couple of top 15 finishes last year, like a 17th and a 15th, one on Cumberland and then one on Old Hickory. So and then that's the first time I've been to Old Hickory. So so I'm looking forward. Maybe I get a breakthrough and maybe pull a win. You never can tell if I'm lucky. But and then
with with those tungsten jigs and wobbleheads, I don't see a problem.
Yeah, wobblehead, man. I really that wobblehead in the spring really works well. I was really impressed, and you can put whatever plastic you like on there. So that's another thing I like. And whatever size hook with that wicked weights, you can put whatever hook, what style, what size, so you're not just locked into one size. So that is pretty dang cool. So I'm looking forward to getting trying out all their stuff and maybe pulling some more checks. I got a few checks last year. Oh, and then they're not my partner, but I actually cashed a couple checks side pot fishing with our my buddy Luke Schrader, and we're gonna have him as a guest. I think in a couple weeks. But guys, if you fish in BFLs or opens as a boater or co-angler, you have a chance to get on it, and it's kind of a neat concept. You actually there's no membership, no annual fee. You pay per tournament, and then whoever's in that tournament, like you, a couple of your buddies, you're fishing against them. So you're just on the side pot, you're fishing whoever finishes the top, we get paid. Unless you like you go to our website, I think if you got 5 or 10 guys in it, and then I think it pays 2 places. But actually on Cumberland, I think I finished 14th from 15th. I made more on the side pot than I did the BFL. So that tells you something. And Monday morning, he has your check in the mail, and I think I had both my checks by Wednesday. So it ain't, wait to end the season or wait a month. I mean, the next week you'll have them on Wednesday or Thursday, I'd say.
Nice.
So yeah, check him out at sidepot.com. And Luke lives right here in Kentucky, and he was a co-angler last year and actually won Dale Hollow, won a boat. So guy knows what he's doing. He's fished the FLW a little bit, fished various tournaments. So great guy. So check him out, man.
Sounds like you're going to be a busy guy.
Oh, always, man, always.
Yeah.
Hey, keep on like you, man. I got to keep up my lure in the water and keep learning and keep getting better. I get a little better every year, so I can see improvement. Even as slow as I am, I can see a little bit of improvement every year. So, but
that's all we can. That's all we can try to do.
Yeah, and I'll squeeze some charity tournaments probably into fall. Usually fall I have some charity tournaments, so I'll hope to get some buddies and maybe fish some of those. Those are always fun. Then pretty good calls. So
yeah, lately most of mine have been charity because I keep giving my money away.
yeah, same here, man. I seem like I'll have a good tournament, then I'll have just zero, can't catch nothing. So
yeah,
it happens.
Yeah, hey,
it's
all about learning and having fun, doing what you enjoy.
Yep, and like I said, people ask me why I like being a co-angler. I mean, you get to fish with different guys, and then when I go to tournaments now, I'll have guys, hey, and they'll recognize me and we talk, and there's Miss Jan there.
Yeah, good cause.
Yep. Yeah, we try to. That's one thing. I used to have a motorcycle, and I rode with some Christian bikers, and we used to seem like I was either doing a charity event with the Christian bikers or doing a charity event with the bass anglers. So it's 2 great groups of guys. They're don't get as much credit as they should, but that's just me.
Cool. Nice.
Yep.
Well, keep it up.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm looking for a good season, and I'll try to keep up with the guests we've had. I'll try to keep up with there. Like I said, it's pretty neat to go see some of the guys on the opens and all doing well that we've had on the show. And so we keep up with you, man. We cheer you on and keep up with you for sure.
That's true.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, unlike Rob being in the Northeast, we don't get the head start in January, February, or March. So my tournament doesn't start until May. And Rob's almost packing up his stuff by May.
I'm about halfway done with May. Well, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. May 18th, I get to head down to Maryland for the Potomac River for a BFL.
Cool.
June 9th, I go to Champlain for the New York Bass Nation out of Ticonderoga, which is more largemouth unless you want to run up to Plattsburgh area or, which can be sketchy depending on the weather.
Right.
And then I got a couple week break, and then the 29th I go to Oneida Lake for a BFL.
Yep.
And then the 11th through the 13th I'm doing a Toyota Series event up on Lake Champlain. Where,
Awesome.
yeah, I'm trying to hook up with Destin Demarion. He's going to be up there. A couple other guys I know. We're actually going to make it a family vacation. Wife and daughter are going up. Let's see. After that, I go on the 20th to the St. Lawrence River, which is probably one of my favorite places between that and Oneida.
Right.
And then August 17th, I go back to Lake Champlain for a BFL. August 24th, I go to Lake Ontario, Henderson Harbor for a caching event. I'm fishing that with Captain Dobbs, TJ.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. He was past guest.
Yep.
Him and I are teaming up and going to hopefully win that event. Let's see. Then after that, I go the 14th and the 15th of September to Potomac River for the BFL Super Tournament. And then the 21st and 22nd of September, I go to the St. Lawrence River for fishing 2 Bass Nation events. It's a back-to-back like yours is.
Yep.
One day's one tournament, Sunday's the next.
That's cool.
And then if all goes well in the BFLs, which I project it will, on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of October, I'll be in Henderson, North Carolina at Kerr Lake.
Cool.
And then I'm going to need all winter long to recuperate.
Yeah, I heard that, and
yeah,
but that's great.
Yeah,
but,
I'm looking forward to it, and I think my motto for the year is more in 24.
Yep.
So
yeah, you've called your shots on a couple of tournaments, I noticed.
Well, not necessarily shots. I mean, I like.
Yeah, I know.
The Bass Nation events, I think I'm going to win one of them and finish in the top 5. I'll say top 7 in 2 of them. So
cool.
That should probably give me the AOY.
Yeah, you'll definitely be in the hunt in the mix, man. You do that. There's Rusty chiming in. He just got here. You good, Rusty? Man, appreciate you tuning in. Yeah. And Miss Jan said, good job today, Rusty, I heard. So you have to give us a heads up.
Yeah, let us know what's going on.
Yeah, man. Congrats, man. I know you're like us. You keep on grinding, man. That's all you can do.
That's all we can do.
Keep on grinding. Yep, keep on grinding.
Well, and what Rob was talking about is a friend of ours. I told him he's back to back. He's a past guest. He's back to back co-angler of the year in the Bass Nation for New York, and I told him I was gonna have to come out of retirement just so he doesn't win it this year. So
I heard that. There's my buddy Joe, Mr. Markin Ruger, saying what's up. Said he just got the notification. Yeah, Facebook does some weird stuff sometimes, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's funny because the other day, for one of the shows, I got a notification at 10 o'clock at night to be ready for a 8 o'clock show. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it does that. And I'll get birthday notifications like a day after or 2 days after. So I'm like, sorry, man.
They're probably figuring with our age we don't pay attention.
Probably so.
or we won't know the difference.
Yeah, probably so. But speaking of this season, John, who you got for partners? You got the same, or you got a little different? Who you got on board with? A little
different. I added a couple, omitted 1 or 2.
Yep.
First and foremost, I want to thank my wife and daughter. They let me go on these events. My wife baked cookies for not just me, but my boater and stuff like that. So I have to thank her, and my daughter will help her bake cookies when she feels like it.
Oh yeah, that's huge. Have somebody got you back, and definitely, that makes my wife same way. I hats off to her. She puts up with all my worms and everything else everywhere. So I know it bugs her sometimes, but she's patient with me, so I'm lucky. We both lucky, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Not really a sponsor per se, but K&K Customs, boat electronics, aftermarket electronics, power poles, and stuff like that. They don't necessarily sell the boat, but they sell just about everything that goes with it.
Right.
American Angler Outdoors Network. Elvin, he's from North Carolina, I believe. He's actually the man who my streaming channel is on, which you can watch our show on. He does a lot of promoting for us through there, and you can catch our shows on his network. They now have an app for the phone where you can just download the app onto your phone and watch our shows.
Cool.
Buck and Bass. I've been with them, I think 3-4 years now. Rain gear. They also have the sun shirts, windproof. K9 fishing line, Hayabusa hooks. Yeah, a couple hats up there.
Yep.
ITZ Pro Fishing Apparel, performance apparel or gear. One of these days I'll get that straight. They do all my tournament shirts. They do my hoodies. Trying to talk me into getting some hats for me.
Cool.
Another one is Wicked Weights Tungsten. They just came out. I'm just going to do a little promotion for them. They just come out with a mini jig, mini football jig. Oh, grab the wrong one. That's the one you guys don't want to see.
Is that the Patriot?
Yep, this is the mini Patriot.
Okay, gotcha.
It's a 1/2 ounce head. It's about the size of a 1/4 to 3/8 ounce, a 1/4 ounce lead weight. If you had that, has nice or a size 1 hook on it. Nice weed guard. Not as thick of as strands here.
Yep.
But so that helps, like especially up here with the smallmouth. They're not biting just that. I mean, you get plenty of skirt to where you can cut it off. So hook's nice and sharp. My fingers know that.
Oh.
And let's see. Last but not least, I know Rob's waiting to see if I mention this one. MGM Cull Tags.
Owner's pretty good, pretty nice guy, I'd say. Owner's pretty nice.
I don't know about that, but he's trying. And Co-Angler's Corner,
Oh yeah, definitely.
We can't forget them.
Yep, definitely.
So that's my lineup for the year.
Yeah, we're definitely blessed, brother. That's for dang sure.
100%. Having the families that we do to put up with us, it's not easy for them either.
Yeah, me going on the weekends. Yeah, it's.
Yep.
I tell my wife, I said, well, you got a weekend of peace and tranquility. So whether you want to or not.
Says Rob, they had a benefit turning on the Lanier. I think it was Rusty's first time on the Lanier, and he got big fish. Nice.
Hey, that's awesome. Congrats, Rusty. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It did. My boy Joe, gotta give us a hard time.
He says you boys got way too much energy for me doing this nearly every night. I'm way too old and way too retired to be that ambitious. But the funny thing about that is he watches just about every night.
Oh yeah, he's God, here lately I think he's traveled half the country. I think so. Man, he's had to do what he had to do, but he's traveled half the country. I think so.
Yeah. And Barking Gruger said, "Time to go fishing with some cookies."
Oh yeah. I got his interest.
Yeah. Ashley says she doesn't bake cookies for her guys. She provides free comedy show and sing to them.
Hey, everybody's got talent.
Now, is the singing part of the comedy show or is it legit? And then she comes back with, well, I mean, unless I get the house together, then you might get some cooking.
Yep. Ooh, a 580 spot. Nice. That's a beast of a small spotted. Man, that's awesome, man. Congrats.
Yeah.
There's our buddy, Mr. David.
Yeah. He wants to know what tonight's topic is. Tonight's topic is selfishness. No.
It's even wide open Saturday, I guess. I don't know.
It's really wide Saturday. No, we're just talking about what we're fishing this year. So who our partners are, and things like that. It's nothing real serious.
Yep. And then a little bit on our tournament schedules, what we're doing.
Yep.
So
Yeah. But Ashley says singing is part of the comedy. I remember I was in 7th grade chorus class and the teacher kicked me out.
Oh, whoops.
I guess the bucket I was carrying, trying to carry a tune and didn't have a bottom in it, apparently.
Yeah. that's brutal.
Yeah. Saddle up because this year's going to see some changes.
Yeah, I think we've already seen some of them. It's starting off crazy for sure.
Yep.
But they whacked them today in Florida. Good night.
Oh,
man.
Scotty's been whacking them all week.
Yeah. Big
he may have, I think this might be his first time on that body of water.
Yeah. Maybe. He only guides there.
Yeah. I think his dad put it on the map though.
Yeah, he was I think at one point I saw him throw back like a 5-pounder. I'm like, geez, man. Blows my mind.
Yeah. My daughter not feeling good, and so I didn't watch any of it. But I was looking on Facebook, and somebody goes, "Well, that sealed the deal. He just got a 9-pounder." I'm like,
"Oh yeah."
Around here, some of that 9-pounder would win every tournament just with one fish. Sometimes
that's more than I catch in one tournament or a couple tournaments. Sometimes tough it is here.
Yeah.
Something else.
Lots of new baits dropping this year. Boat manufacturers upside down. Well, with the prices, you kind of figured that was going to happen sooner or later. Fisheries producing like crazy. MLF and bass are up in stitches. Well, I don't know about that, but I don't think BASS can go too many more up in stitches rather than or the way they did a couple of years ago when when everybody decided I'm taking my bags and going to the greener pastures.
Now half of them is trying to come back.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but
it is. It is. You know, we enjoy fishing for the relaxation and the comedy and the fun and learning.
Yep.
Why can't the pros do the same thing?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
You know,
I mean, I don't know, guys like Stephen Kendi, he'll go out there and like fish and say, I'll just swim a swim bait in Mills Creek and caught a 12-pounder. And every guy's just like, it just blows their mind. But I like watching Steve Kendi, man. He's just a different cat, but it's just laid back as he can be.
Yeah, he's an old school guy.
Oh yeah, he is. He is.
Yep.
But the kayak stuff, I know at the Knoxville show, kayak stuff still strong. I mean, it gets every time I go to Knoxville show, the kayak area gets a little bigger.
Yep.
So, but I mean, for young guys like in college or high school, that's the way to go.
Just to get on the water. If you can't
get on the water.
You know.
Yep, definitely.
Like taking Kleenex out of the box, put 100 out, only put $9.59 back in.
No comment on that.
What is everyone here like for rod companies?
Well, there's a bunch of good ones out there.
I didn't hear that. Do you have a rod partner this year?
Not so far. The one they've kind of changed stuff around. I may still be with them, but they're kind of transitioning. But FX, I've been with FX for years. They got some great rods. I know I got a bunch of buddies at Dixie Rods down out of Tennessee, but there's a bunch of great ones in the market for sure.
Yeah. To answer that question, for me, I'm getting back into making rods for myself. So
cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna. What's that?
You got way more patience than I got.
I don't do woodworking anymore, so have to do something.
Oh, I hear you.
But if somebody wants to give me free rods and give me a couple grand, I wouldn't mind it. Rob, is there a house side pop for the 2 Dale Hollow coming up? Same house both trips? John, and the friends you make along the way. 100%.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, the side pots for both the BFLs, the back to back and the one March 2nd. So, yep, definitely. Just
Yeah, I
depends how
forgot to
many
mention
sign
them
up.
too.
Yep.
Oh, Rob, you're in trouble now. Laptop is coming out.
Hey, I'm glad to have my own laptop finally and bigger screen. I'm old, I can see it better. So pretty dang cool.
I almost pulled the trigger on one today, but FX
Yep.
Custom Rob's absolutely legit.
Yeah. Hey, Rusty, I actually got to pick up some of the new, I think, Carbon series, the silver ones, half silver, half black. They're pretty impressive. I mean, for the price point, they're just a hair heavier than the Extreme, but like same guides. I'm really impressed. And they, actually, the guy at Razor Custom Tackle was selling them, and he sold quite a few.
Yeah. Anyone use Douglas rods? Asking for a friend. No.
I've heard of them, but I hadn't picked up one yet. I've heard of them though.
I was on the pro staff probably 5-6 years ago.
Yep.
I'll talk to you off screen, Dave. Or yeah, David. Rusty says those are nice. He's got a few. Yep.
Yeah, the FX. Yeah, FX. I've had no issues of mine, man. They're great rods.
And David said FX are decent for sure.
Yep.
Rob, see Robert about his custom rods. Rob, side pot between you and Robert.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, well, work out something. I said, Jan, I got a funny for you. You know, Kentucky and Tennessee's playing tonight, and wife's a Kentucky fan. I'm a Tennessee fan, so winner gets a foot rub. So I hope I win because my feet are sore. But yeah, we'll have some. So we'll have some bet.
If Tennessee wins, that mean you get a foot massage? Oh,
yep.
And you're gonna have a headache from her beating you up.
Nah, she's pretty good.
Hey Rob, old John wouldn't believe half ounce the electronic wizardry goes on around the house with us on the pro.
Oh yeah, I said he's been all over the country. I think he's been all over the eastern U.S. from Mississippi River to the Atlantic. He's been everywhere. So
come on up.
Yep. Nah, Jan, they ain't win. Tennessee's got this. I hope.
Same here.
And I got a buddy I got another bet with. So if Tennessee don't win, I'm out of luck. I got to owe my buddy money, and then I got to give a foot rub. But that ain't too bad. I can't complain.
Might as well start donating early, right?
Yeah, that's right. Well, they got to play in Knoxville. They're in Lexington tonight, but they got to play in Knoxville 1st of March, I think. So it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep.
All right.
But
so,
every day somebody's asked me about. I know John, you know a lot about fishing in the winter and having to like layer up, and kind of somebody's asking me. Usually I wear the inflatables, and I actually had an issue with one of my inflatables. The Eufaula, it popped on me for some reason, and I've had that thing through thunderstorms. I don't know if the little manual trip, popped on me or what, but But luckily I had my spare, and the motor had a spare, so I was able to borrow one. But anyway, in the winter, I do a little bit of different setup, and luckily I got an old motorcycle helmet, old Harley helmet. It's a convertible, but I definitely keep your head like it's raining or windy. That really does a trick. And it's got lining in it. So in the winter, that's what I wear. Or if I know it's going to rain, that's what I wear. It does keep it a lot. And in the winter, this is what I wear. It's one of those. It's actually a Mustang. It's like a full vest.
Yep.
And I like it because it's got lined pockets. It's got like a velour inside on the outside. So, and it's like another layer. So it's got velour like on the neck area right in here. It's got velour. So it's really comfortable. And it's a little cheaper than inflatables. And you don't have to worry about inflating it. So if a kid is just starting out, I tell him get one of these. I mean, I'm not sponsored by Mustang or anything, but for the price, you can't beat that. And I've had that one for quite a while, and it's held up well. Can't complain. And then for Christmas, I actually got some. It was a hard to find AFCO rain boots. These little rain boots.
Nice.
I actually wore to break them in. I wore them at the East Tennessee Fishing Show for a day, and pretty impressed. They really good.
We'll be in Michigan come March. I might convince the wife to take a stretch forward towards New York as long as you're closer to upstate and not in the city. I am in upstate. I'm 10 minutes away from Cuba Lake, an hour from Oneida, hour and a half from St. Lawrence. I'm between Rochester and Syracuse. I'm about 5 hours from the city, a little over 4 hours from the city.
Cool.
So yeah, I am upstate.
Did I hear something on TV that was going to start charging people to drive through Manhattan or something? I got a quick blip of it, but I didn't catch the whole thing.
I have no idea. I don't.
Yeah, you don't drive that way anyway.
No, nothing will surprise me with New York politicians. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. And yeah, I had bruised ribs. The boat got sideways right after my PFD blew up, and I hit the gunnel on my ribs, and that didn't feel so good. So, a little tight day too, but I made it. I toughed it out.
All right, you can take the controls over, Rob.
Okay, got you.
John, when do you thaw up north? Is that the reason y'all start late fishing? Yes and no. One of the main reasons, from what I understand, is because the bass spawn, is around June, and they don't want everybody out there catching and keeping fish. So if we can catch certain bodies of water, you can catch fish all year round, bass that is, all year round, but you have to throw them back. And then there's an official bass season that begins middle of June through the end of November, I believe. I don't worry about that part of it because it's too cold for me to go out there fishing. And that's why pretty much the law says you can't keep fish. So that's why we start so late.
Yeah, usually around April is Knoxville. Around Knoxville area, April's around the spawn. So I only got a couple of Cumberland tournaments and a South Holston. And usually that South Holston's toward the end. But I know my boater at South Holston year before last, he had a smallie on the bed and he caught in practice. And I think he worked on that fish 30 minutes. It'd bite it, spit it out, bit it. And finally he got aggravated and he landed it. And he showed me, I think it had like 3 or 4 hook holes in its mouth where he caught it before. And he said, yep, because it had a black spot, its belly. He said, yep, same one. Nice one too. So it's you never know.
Keep going from stepping in the fish story.
yeah, probably.
All right, Dave Archibald, new Northeast Home Show in Marlboro, Mass. was very legit. One more day tomorrow. Lots of New York guys there today. Yeah, I don't think it's the home show, is it? Isn't it the Northeast Fishing Expo?
Yeah, I saw some stuff online about it. It looked like a good show.
Yeah, I got a couple friends over there doing Sharon Brown, SKB Fishing. He was my travel partner for the last couple of years. Barb Elliott's over there doing some fish care stuff. I'm looking at doing some possibly some shows next year for the Cull Tags, but we'll have to see how things go.
Sweet.
James, come on up. Says he's gonna have to come up north and fish.
Yep.
That guy outdoors says tolls on every road coming into the city.
Wow.
Time to get out the canoe.
God, truck drivers gotta love that, ain't they?
Just started speaking a foreign language, talking about throwing fish back, catch and release, maybe long days in Greece.
Yeah, Margaritaville's down. Yep, yeah, he's down for the bayou, so there's not much catch release down there.
Yeah, releasing the grease. That's what he says.
Yep.
Fishing Expo. Okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah. You good? You good, Dave? You good?
That's all right. We understand those Mass and Connecticut guys. Sometimes they can't speak English.
I,
Good thing
I
Bass can't read a map.
yeah, true.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
I
working
got
the
you. I
a
got you.
home show next year.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh,
Got too many irons in the fire, man. I understand. I understand.
yeah. I hear the Suffern New York shows come on this year. It's the end of the month, February 28th through March 3rd, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
I know there's a big one in Columbus, Ohio next weekend, like 9th to 11th. I know our buddy Mike Mueller's going to be there and a few
Yep.
others, but Columbus is a pretty nice show. And I think I was up there working last year and I got to attend one day of it. And it was kind of strange because I was helping one of the guys in one of the booths and these Amish kept walking through. And it was a little weird, but hey, each his own.
Yep.
This is not what I expected. You know how that goes, but it was it was a good show.
FGO says not cheap either. No, New York is
Yeah.
not cheap. That's why a lot of guys, well, they're probably trying to pay for all the political agenda that's been going on the last couple of years.
Yeah, I'd say bad decisions and drivers having to pay for it. I say it's more like
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be coming up this way as well. Not a map, but a calendar.
it.
Oh, they
Well,
bite
it
you
is.
around.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny. Like you can practice and you'll catch every fish. Like you have a jig and like have the hook, sealed off or broke off, and you can't get the fish to let go of the jig. You're trying to let him jump off, and then you come to tournament, you get a bite, nothing. Get a bite, you let that sit there, let him run off with it, and then you can't hook him. It's funny how that works
Yep.
out. I've had
Yep.
it happen time or two, and it'll make you say some new words. That might be a good plan.
Yeah, but we have more fish up here than you have down there.
Yeah, at least so. Well, I don't know, but they said American Airlines is about to lay off a bunch of people. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
I
not a
think
big
they're
fan of flying.
yeah, I think they're looking for some government funds coming their way again.
Yep. Yeah, something's up. There's some ulterior motives there, I'm sure.
Not in today's political world. There's none.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Imagine
So,
that.
So today's results from the Bassmaster Open. I don't know if you guys saw it. Scott Martin pulled out a squeaker today with 90 pounds, 6 ounces. Tucker
New record.
Smith, what's that?
It was a new record, I think, for the Bass Opens. Yep.
Tucker Smith had squeaked out a second place win with 68 pounds, 11 ounces.
Wow. That's a huge difference.
Yeah. And Randall Tharp finished third, 68-8.
Yeah, good day.
One of those hopscotch guys that's going to try to come back.
Oh yeah, he's so he won FLW I think 1 year. He's an old school like shallow water specialist. So yeah, he had a good day. I was glad to see it.
Trevor McKinney, past guest, he finished 11th.
Yeah, he was in top 10 both days. He must fell off just a little bit day 3.
Yeah, that's okay.
But a great guy. I was glad to see he had a great finish.
Yeah, Dakota Eber finished 31st.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, still
right,
was
I just wanted 200, to give you
200 boat field, I think. Was it 200?
Yeah, I think 225.
Okay. That's pretty good for 225. I know but checks are top 40 still, or I think top 40 on checks.
So I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. We got you. Great question for John. Here you go, John.
All right. Wet weather gear. What's your preference and what's more important to you? Dry and warm at any price or mobility and comfort? Well, I use Buck and Bass rain gear. Okay. A couple reasons why. I get the warm and dry. We, excuse me. And mobility. As a co-angler, sometimes the water comes over, from somebody sticking a wave. I've had that happen to me a couple times up here. My clothes were never wet when I had the rain gear on. I walk across the stage and look like I fished in the sun all day. Very easy to cast with, very lightweight. It does not hold water. Some rain suits, once they get wet, they retain the water. This does not. Lifetime warranty. You're walking through the woods, you rip it, you contact the company, and they'll send you another one.
You said the hood stays up. It don't go flying back like a lot of
Correct.
them do. I mean,
I can wear a hat as a co-angler.
Yep. Wow.
I don't want to turn this into a commercial, but
no, man. I say I got that on the wish list. I got an older rain suit. That's on my wish list. So.
Yep. What it does is in here, okay, you pull this down and it tightens everything up.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, and it has an opening. It has an opening in the back with the mesh, so that when the air comes down, it travels through and comes out.
Right.
Now, they are a little pricey compared to a lot of the ones, but you definitely get what you pay for. I'll never own another rain suit, and if you're interested, let me know. I'll see what I can do for you. I might be able to get you a discount code, but no promises on that. Okay. Yeah. And FGO says us PA guys can't target beds for certain dates. Well, law says you can't knowingly cast repeatedly in a bed.
Yep. That's interesting.
I had a friend get a fine because he caught too many bass in a row. Before they had the catch and release season.
Huh.
Rusty Owens says top 45.
Yeah, Bass Open. He's talking about the Bass Opens. Yeah, I think it's 40 or 45. So
what's that?
Yeah, the payout checks for the Bass Opens. They must have bumped up to 45. Yeah.
I still got that screen open.
Cool.
It is 45.
40, he's right. All right.
They bumped it up. Nate Thompson, 30-pound, 1 ounce.
So you got to check.
Almost $4,000.
Dang, not bad.
Got his entry fee back and maybe broke even. He may have broken even.
Maybe.
Dry and warm. I bought Huck suit 2 years ago. I was drier without it. Didn't get the Huck suits. Don't get them. Oh, I won't.
No, you got a good suit.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Fish Ninja. I like that.
Yep.
Must be talking about the hood. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, and I think the fish know it too because they don't bite as much. I don't think.
Could be. Sneak up on them.
Rob and I were having Barking Ruger says about Rob and I were having a bad discussion about doing some videos about the practicality of fishing, all the stuff that no one else talks about.
Yep. That's not sponsored by what they're. Yeah.
Right.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and I can feel New York mailing me tickets already.
Oh no! Ooh, that stink.
Just don't keep them.
Yes, mail them back.
Andrew,
return to sender.
Says, hey guys.
Hey Andrew, what's going on, buddy?
Good info, James.
Yeah, definitely. I think I seen one of my guys that does podcasts. He had a question whether people believe the YouTubers or the pros more, and I think the YouTubers won like 2-1 or 75% to 25. So that was kind of interesting.
Well, I know about
that's kind of flip flop from a few years back. Seems like.
Yeah, I know. I know. 10 years ago, I believe the YouTubers over the pros, but now that
Yep.
they have cameras on their boats where they can't say I caught it with this and caught it with that. No.
Yeah. It depends on the guy.
Yeah. Andrew Pulliam says he fished a club tournament today on Lake Panasoffkee. That doesn't sound like it's in New York.
Was it rough waves and wind, or just a long day? Yep. Okay. Yeah, we had a day 2 of that 2-day tournament on Dale Hollow last year. I think it's day 1. It was rough. I mean, it's 4 or 5 foot rollers, which rarely happens on Dale.
Yeah, long day in Florida.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I know. Was it on Toledo? I think the guys, the Bass Pro Tour guys, running a bunch of rain today. I know they got soaked. I kind of run through the channels back and forth, and like they was having a fun day. Looked like, but they're whacking them still though.
Oh yeah.
But I'm kind of glad they're back to the catch every fish counts thing. It's something different. I mean, I think that's one good thing they've done. I guess got it right and went back to that. This makes them a little different than the rest of the. So each his own.
Oh,
though.
we were talking about safety earlier.
Yep.
Sunglasses. Make sure you wear them. I'm a living testimony to that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I had a best friend in Alabama. I think his co had was fishing a dock, and his 1 ounce weight got caught, and it come shooting back 100 miles an hour and hit him like he had coasters on, or coasters or Wileys. Anyway, it saved his eye. I mean, it shattered it, and I think he sent them back or towed the manufacturer, and they sent him a new pair. But they said if he didn't have that on, it did a lot of damage. So yeah, the good point there, definitely.
Yeah. With my accident, they told me that I'd be blind if I had a cheap pair of glasses on. At the best case scenario was I'd be blind in that one eye.
Ooh, man.
He was Barking Rugers was watching the boys on Toledo, open water, stuffing the front ends and getting soaked.
Yeah,
appreciate the GT.
Yeah, he's got a Gator Trax. Yeah, that thing's a tank.
Yeah,
I guarantee you that. Yeah, Andrew. Yeah, I think they got a good thing. Is being different. I mean, Big Five. Yeah, that's what I fish all the time. BFLs and Toyotas. So, but just watching it gives you a different perspective. So, right.
Oh, I didn't know if he was talking about. Oh, that's a big. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, he's talking about the biggest 5 versus every fish counts. But yeah. I kind of like them both. So I like a little something different once in a while.
Same here. I think they ought to do it every other tournament, or do a tournament, and I don't know. There's no good way to do it. Yeah,
well, I think when they do like 1 pound minimum or 2 pound minimums of some of the lakes, I think it's a pretty good idea. So
yeah,
so they do kind of adjust it a little bit. So I don't know.
I'd like to see when they come up north, they make it like a 3 or 4 pound minimum. Just make it exciting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, true, Andrew. When they do that heavy hitters, that's pretty cool concept too.
Yep.
I like the heavy hitter stuff.
Yes.
And a cool way to qualify for it too. So yep, that's pretty cool.
Yep. All right, buddy. Believe it or not, we're almost an hour in.
Yeah, I know, man. Time flies. You having fun, ain't it? Yeah, I got to go watch a basketball game and hopefully my team wins.
Yep. All right. So I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into this show. We got a good lineup next week. Next week. We're gonna show. I got the thing tuned up for. I think Angie Scott's on Monday. So, come on in and talk to us then, and we're gonna give you the more details on the 1K giveaway.
Yeah, we had some
So,
stuff come in today, so I think we almost got all our stuff in. So we'll give you further details Monday. So guys, y'all please tune in and give us a like and subscribe. Helps us out a lot, and we definitely appreciate it.
yes, sir. All right. Well, everybody take care. Have a good rest of the weekend. Be safe. If you're on the water tomorrow, wear your vest, protect your eyes. Anything else, Rob?
No, that's it. Everybody have a good rest of your weekend and be safe out there. And so we appreciate you guys and peace out.
All right. Have a good night, guys.